Greetings, Vipers family. I hope you guys had a fantastic spring break. This is your weekly update for March 21st through March 27th. And my true hope is that my voice and this weekly update aren't like nails on a chalkboard, because it's that reminder that we're back in school tomorrow. It's kind of crazy. We started spring break with a snowstorm, and it looks like we may be ending one. So make sure you guys drive safe to work tomorrow. All right, so when you look at your weekly update, you'll notice that we have our March birthdays for this week. And today is Atessa Lively's birthday. Happy birthday. And she got married over spring break. So she's no longer Atessa Nicewinder. She's Atessa Lively. So congratulations to you. I hope your day is great. And then on the 24th, Gabriella Terrazas works in our nutrition department, and she too is having a birthday. Take a peek at those student birthdays to make sure we celebrate kids in the classrooms. So right before we went on spring break, we talked about mindfulness. And so I wanted to make sure that to revisit this, that we're asking you to embed mindfulness immediately following lunch. That's where we're going to embed it right now as a mandatory session. If you feel like your kids need it first thing in the morning, please make sure that you do that mindfulness in the morning. And it's also really recommended when you're feeling like you're in a classroom and kids are just not listening, not paying attention, they're antsy, they're pushing on those boundaries of procedures and routines. Stop and just take that mindful moment so that they can reset themselves. The mindfulness activity is 4 steps. So you're going to play some instrumental music that is mellow and soothing. Have students close their eyes and just listen quietly. You may turn the lights off to create a softer atmosphere, and do this for about 1 minute, and then have kids re-engage in the activity. During this mindfulness time, you can also do some verbal meditation with them and pour into them positive thinking. We need you to reset your classrooms this week. We were on an extended break, so as we come back, we want to make sure that we set those boundaries again for students and keep them in the boundaries of those routines and procedures. The only way you can do that is if you all follow your grade level agreed upon norms for procedures and routines. When you have one person in your group that decides that they're going to let something slide, that impacts those teachers that are doing it right. So it's making it harder for them to keep the procedures and routines, because there's a single person or a single teacher that has a higher tolerance and more latitude with that. When that happens, you're basically hanging out your fellow colleagues. So we really need you to be consistent with your routines and procedures. Dress code and cell phones. We're going to hit this pretty hard. We are asking that you make sure students are in dress code when they arrive directly into your classrooms in the morning. We're going to try to make sure that we catch all those kids coming through the doors that are coming through main entrances. And we're asking for you to do the same. So even if we miss someone, please scan that in your classroom. Scan for those students who aren't in dress code. We've been buying items for them. We're trying to help kids get there. They need to know that we're going to be consistent. And then we're also going to hit the cell phones. We're going to ask that no cell phones be out at all for the entire day. I guess I'm tired of seeing this in classrooms during discussion. When I walk in, you're working your fannies off to get kids to do what they need to do, and you have a student back in the corner off to the side that has his earbud in and has his cell phone down in his lap, and not engaged like they should be. So I'm not going to tolerate that. Our students have just pushed the envelope on it, and it's caused some issues in the hallways where kids are texting each other to meet up outside of class and just to dork around. I'm going to come down hard on the 8th graders in the next couple of weeks. I don't like what I see on the monitors when kids are allowed to leave to supposedly go use the restroom, but they never actually go there. It was like right before we went on break, it was just a flow of traffic. So we're asking that be mindful when kids ask to leave. I'm not going to tolerate it anymore. And it's actually caused some issues. We've had 8th graders coming down into the 7th grade bathrooms. They just need to stay where they are, and they need to follow the norms and the rules. So we'll help you guys with that in the coming week. Professional development is March 26th. This Friday, we will be having a full PD day that includes training around courageous conversations and the LGBTQ. Be looking for the PD agenda after Tuesday's morning's leadership meeting. Artists needed. You got a great email from Sarah prior to going on break, and that she'd been going around and giving students some information sheets. We've been asked by the city of Greeley to paint that electrical box out there by the bus stop. And one of our students will be able to submit their artwork and it'll be selected to put up there. So I think it's super awesome. Make sure you just refer to the weekly update to read a little bit of additional information around that. And then there's a picture of the box as well. COVID updates. If any of you were watching the news or get some news updates on your phone, CDC has announced that they're going to reduce the 6 feet to 3 feet physical distancing requirements. I don't know what that really means in our building, and I don't know what it means in our district, but I know that the word's been put out there by the CDC, so I'm expecting some additional changes or some addendums to the safety precautions after we have the principals meeting on Wednesday. So be looking for more information around that. Please continue with that mealtime routine. 13 minutes with their masks off. Remember, they shouldn't be talking. You shouldn't be talking. Whoever's covering that lunch needs to make sure that they're wearing a face shield. All of those pieces. So COVID's still alive and well, and just got a phone call from a friend yesterday who's very, very sick with COVID. So it's still there, and it's wreaking havoc. I think that we talked about this in the last update, but that summit survey. So I did add it in here again because it's not, the final day is March 26th. So we have a couple more days to get that done. This gives great feedback to Summit. So please take the time to do it. If you teach the Summit curriculum, just spend a few minutes getting it done. And then again, we're still looking for summer school teachers and whatever you can contribute. We're not asking for anybody to do more than they feel comfortable with, or I know we're all tired. We just have a lot of kids that have some gaps. And so the district's really pushing this full month of June summer school. And it'll be for 6th, 7th, and 8th. And then sometime in July, we'll also be having the 6th grade transition program. I just got information on that as well. So more information will be out in regards to that. If you are interested in summer school, please send your emails to Elizabeth Arbogast as she's collecting names for the office, and we'll be probably in the next couple weeks have some kind of an informational video or an informational meeting, that'll come out. That is all for the daily announcements, or not daily announcements. Oh my gosh, that's all for the weekly updates. I just hope you guys had a great break. You feel a little bit recharged. We are in our final stretch and we can do this. I feel so honored and proud of all of you. We are so much better together, and we're going to keep our dogs in the fight, and we're going to finish strong. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.